welcome back to a brand new video. It's Manga Fairy. In today's video we're going to be doing a kind of short recap / review of the 7 Deadly Sins chapter 281. But before I get into that, I want to let you guys know that as always there's a poll going on in the top right hand corner where you guys get to rate chapter 281. By now you guys know it's from 5 stars all the way down to 1 star and anything in between, and I just love seeing your guys' feedback from it. I know it's not as relevant anymore, but for chapter 279, which is the last one I was able to review, 57% of you thought it was 5 stars and 42% of you thought it was 4 stars, so we're starting to see that decline. Before that, we had like a 3-week 5-star like ongoing thing, then by that chapter it had gone down. But I definitely feel like we've hit the 5-star rating again with these last 2 chapters. So the things that I liked about chapter 280 is that beautiful scene that we see with King and Oslo, where King's reaching up to the sky as Oslo's falling, but then we have Diane like gently get Oslo in her hands and then like give him to King, and King's like wondering why. And at the same time, Mael's winding up this super powerful attack like he has been for the past like I don't even know how many chapters, and Diane uses Gideon, her sacred treasure, to use it as a lightning rod to transfer the magic power that he released into the ground. And of course that only lasts like 2 times, but I really like the use of Gideon that way. It is true we have seen a couple like interesting things from Gideon, but we haven't seen anything like on the level of like Meliodas or King or anything like that. So it was really interesting to see her sacred treasure really come into play in a great time of need. And then from there, let's not even like beat around the bush, King's transformation. I was not expecting anything along those lines. I mean, I was expecting like a transformation in one chapter or another, but I definitely wasn't like expecting a whole like personality and like facial expression and just overall look in general transformation. And I'm definitely not mad at it after reading chapter 281, but during chapter 280 I was like, what the hell? But anyways, with that, let's move into chapter 281, where we see King, and this is such a beautiful panel, the first one where we get to see his wings and his overall look and aesthetic now with the forest behind him. It definitely gives out a Harley Quinn, King of the Fairies type of feel. And then as we move on, we get to see this really touching scene, which I don't think that was too much like for shippers, but it was just overall adding to the storyline. Diane was wondering in her heart, like, is this the same guy that I love? Like, is this the same King? This is scary. And he just turns around, he's like, don't worry, Diane, I'm the same King. And I thought that was so good, because that answers that question that, like, is it King? Like, is it not King? And he has a sincere face, like, overall look on him. And I'm pretty sure Diane is digging that new look, not gonna lie. But then it also ties into later on, he can listen to Mael's like soul and internal thoughts. Basically, Mael's just like, what did I do? What did I do? Hatred stayed out of my way, Elizabeth. My sins cannot be forgiven, and all this kind of different things. And I think King was also a little bit like shocked that he could hear Mael, because he thought that Mael was too far gone. And then we get to see Mael try to use another one of his commandments, and King, wow, I don't even know what that is. King immediately shields Diane and Elizabeth in this pollen type shield that he uses with his chastity-full. It's his 8th configuration, pollen garden, and I don't know, maybe I need to look back at the chapters, but to me it looks so much more powerful from the last time he used it, back when Diane was getting tortured by Helbram, and she was literally about to die, and he used it to heal her. It looks different, it looks stronger, it looks like deeper, if that makes sense. I don't even know. And can we just talk about his wings? Like, holy shit, like, it's not even too girly. It just looks so cool, and his body looks like he's overall kind of grown a little bit. I don't know. He doesn't look like a kid anymore, that's for sure. And then we get to see another form. It's Guardian back again, but this time in a completely different way. And then yes, we have seen Guardian many times come in different forms, but nothing on this level. Later on in the chapter, you'll see just how big this thing is. It's like 20 times bigger than Diane in her giant form, which is absolutely freaking insane. Like, you can see the size difference like in this panel, but it's not even, you really can't tell yet, because it's like Mael's getting thrown at us, so we're seeing Mael a little bit bigger than we should, but like, oh my god, you guys will see the panel later. Anyways, we get to see the Sheath of Silence once again. Mael's trying to use it and he cuts down Guardian, but then we get the true Spear Chastity-ful 5th form increase, which is so, oh god. Before, his increase was like those little daggers or throwing knives, I guess you could say, and now they're full-blown swords, and like they're an expansion of what the daggers used to look like, because they still have that little loop at the end. And this is such a great way of showing just how much King has like grown overall as a person and his magic power for sure, because even Guardian's like bigger. The pollen like shield is bigger and better, and his swords are bigger. That's indicating that his magic power is like on a whole different level than it was before, even after so much training and whatnot. Then we get to see this beautiful dance of swords, like attacking Mael, attacking Mael, and it's like this graceful yet fierce like attack, and it's so fitting of the Fairy King to have an attack like this. And then last of all, we get an arrow of salvation, and then these true Spear Chastity-ful 1st form Chastity-ful, and it's so flippin' big. It's so big, and like just look at the size of Guardian compared to Deanne in the background in that little bubble. She looks so tiny. He looks like a mountain, and his Chastity-ful is almost as big as Guardian. Like, I honestly don't know who would win right now, King or Meliodas. I'm not sure. But I love the design with the flower and the like that elvish type fairy spear coming out. It's so awesome. And again, another great panel of King. I have felt like we've been seeing a lot less of like King really stepping it up. Like his last gear form, a lot of people said that it was goofy. I said that it was goofy, but this is so interesting. And then Mael starts getting like consumed by his own commandments, and we see a flash to Gowther, where Gowther's still battling internally with the commandment that Mael had placed on him, and he's seeing the girl that he loved a long time ago, and she's basically saying like, Gowther, you stole my purity and my heart, like we have to stay together in this, you have to atone for your sins. And Gowther's like, yeah, right, bitch, it's too late for regrets now. Not really though. He's like, thank goodness, like I've thought of you every single day of my life, but I can't regret what I did anymore, and if I had the chance, I'd do it again and again and again. And he just says like he has to protect his friends now, and he returns back to the normal world, and he dives for Mael in hopes to rewrite his kind of soul. I'm not sure if that's the right kind of word, because he has like the rewrite light spell or attack, I'm not sure. But he basically wants to dive into Mael's soul to see if he can save him from the darkness, or at least attempt to save his life, because Gowther doesn't blame Mael for anything that's going on. He knows that it's solely on his shoulders. And overall, I just thought this chapter was so good. Definitely a 5-star. Everything, all the power-ups, all the like text in here wasn't cheesy. It was so good. A lot of mangas can't really pull off that whole power-up effect without getting like a cheesy backlash, but these chapters have been so good, and I definitely am not hating the King transformation. But let me know what you guys think. I know the hair is a little bit abstract from what we've seen from King, but you guys are totally entitled to your own opinions. Like I said, don't forget to participate in the poll. It's in the top right hand corner, where I will be expecting your guys' results. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!